Hello, nice tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Renaissance. Dancing, healing, singing, and regenerating team. That's what we know about them all. Welcome back, it's me, BlueAnkylo, and you may notice that I lied at the end of last episode, and we got 2 level ups. I decided that, leveling up is very, very slow. On camera with this group, so hey, let's try not to make my life even more painful when I'm trying to make these episodes. I just went to the volcano and killed some agamas. Nothing, I didn't really learn anything. I tried to test a couple strategies out, but nothing really worked. Basically, I just used Flurry, and then Poultry Polka, and then with a few songs, basically all the songs online, we just chip it down with melee damage, or using the Zeus's Glove, which does get boosted by Mana's Payon. Without the addition of limits, which you can't really do in the middle of a dungeon grind, that seemed pretty decent. The Angel Song and the occasional Pray basically keeps the group alive, and then whenever I'm sick of it, I just exit out, and that was the end of that. So, yeah, you can definitely grind Agamas a little bit slowly. Penelo's definitely doing most of the killing, but I would be better off getting better daggers. But hey, look, I've got a little bit of money, and we're going to need it, assuming we survive this dungeon. Now, I am quite confident... I'll do that. I am quite confident that we can clear this dungeon just fine. The Green Mage warding circle should actually make this a lot easier. So, we're just gonna not start with wizards. That's what I would like. Now, one question I have that I would like to learn is, so there's a rule for it's kind of hard to explain. There's a rule for the warding circle skill that says that, 1 use per dungeon floor. But excluding rooms or zone tiles, I don't know, like, as far as I know, you can't use it in a room, or, so, I don't know what a zone tile is, but, so the way this ice cave works is, like, this is the first floor, but it's split in half, right? There's the entrance and the exit. So if I put a save here, I don't know if I could put one on the other side. So, I kind of want to learn how that works. And then I think this floor does the same thing, or at least one of the other ones does, where it's connected up to something else. And, okay, I should have put a save there. My bad, I forgot. I was talking about it, but I didn't click it. Yeah, welcome to Ice Baby. Ice Baby indeed. Good start. So, how you guys doing? You ready for a nice cave? I'm hoping we don't just get absolutely crushed here. It's not looking great. We did get away. Okay, so luckily I have some soft potions, and that should handle that. We do have the life spell as well, so outside of really bad encounters, like, we should just be able to reset our way through everything, basically, right? We don't have to redo the entire dungeon, just one floor if we get really bad luck, I guess. So I'm pretty convinced that this should be fine. I did put the auto harp back on, to my chagrin. It continues to waste time. But yeah, this floor might be connected to one of the other floors, because it's so tiny. And this one, too, like, if it's on the same map, it would not let me put that down, theoretically. This is a fight we would have to... Well, I always forget if I can run from this. I think the answer is definitely no. But we're going to test it, because very rare can you save in the middle of ice. And normally you don't have the chance to test out if this works. This is kind of the trouble with the NES version, the original versions. Encounter rate is the same. There's no saving in dungeons, and everything is slower, because we don't have 4 times speed up. So if you mess up and game over, or just someone dies, you're starting over again. Whereas for us, we could get whatever proof. This is not where I save. I didn't save. Would Warding Circle be better if it just made a save when you used it? I know using a tent's not a big deal, and it does let you heal for little, but it's a lot of extra menus, and I guess I have to buy more tents and stuff because I can't use anything else to save via Warding Circle other than tents. Apparently, I can't remember to use it regularly. It also means more switching back and forth on our main character. I am going to pick up the ice or fire sword, mostly just to sell it. And as far as we know, we can't put warding circles inside a room, right? So we don't expect that to work. Do I bother fighting the ice dragons? I guess we assuming we get out of here. I will throw down a big boy harm spell if we fail to run this, because this is too much damage on New Game Plus. The stun chance is bad enough, but there's just too many of them. Sadly, we don't get a full sweep, but we get the classic, where you use your spell, wait around, and then you run away after that, of course. That is... But yeah, the ability to use tents is kind of like the heal 2 spell. I hadn't really thought about it, but that's another reason not to take heal 2 or heal 3. Well, heal 3 might be worth it in a dungeon. It's a level 7 spell. Or in a battle, not in a dungeon, because that's the only white mage AoE heal. But with the ability to use tents, that's definitely a... yeah, funny game. Let's go pick this up. I suppose we could also use, like, a well-placed warding circle can certainly be used. Is there anything? We put shell up. It can be used as like a... Like, you don't have to use it just once. You can come back and save and heal multiple times if it's in a central location. That's what I was trying to set up there. Let's put anti-ice on. We should just run away, but hey, we saved it, right? We have regeneration and physical defense, maybe. There's the blizzard. And there's the second blizzard. Cool. This is why we don't normally do this fight. It's bad. Don't do this fight. Just run away. Hope you get lucky. There. That's all you do. Done. And then we save our ill-gotten gains and heal up a little bit. And this fight's not too bad, so we keep going. I think I will get the money, because I need money, and being able to save means I'm a bit greedier than normal. And there is a lot of gold down here. And also, by the way, a new harp. Do we want to use this? Well, the undead killing harp and the mage killing harp are both fairly specific. Crystal harp works on everything, but it has a crazy good crit rate. The thing is, I don't really see the value. The last one step to the right, and we fight a bunch of frost wolves to get like 100 gold. So we're gonna skip that one. I think, honestly, in a normal group, attacking with the bard is probably bad. If you're running unpromoted, you won't have the auto harp, but almost any song, I think, is better than his attack. I think. While we're here, though, pick up our dagger. So this is the upgrade for Canelo, our dancer. I guess technically the, you know what? My guide might be wrong. I think the... No, it's, for some reason, some knives are unequipable by thieves and bards, but others are totally fine. I don't know why. Anyway, it's got a higher base damage and way higher hit rate. So you want to be in the first slot for dancers, because the first one equipped gets full damage bonus. The second one equipped only gets half damage bonus. Let me check. 5% more hit rate does not get me an extra swing. So I'll take the advantage against mages for now, but we could switch over at some point. Alright, so we picked up an ice armor, some nice armor. I might grab the... Okay, first off, warding circle save, just in case we get bad encounter. Frozen axe we can sell, heal potion we don't need. 10 grand is 10 grand we didn't have. But yeah, this dungeon looks like we're going to be alright. Instant 80 damage. I think I'm willing to drop 1 armor on the bard to get, I think it's 10,000 gold worth of sale. We're going to need all this money, trust me. Trust. So, I battle. Should be okay, maybe. It's going to try to brack us. Maybe we do the limit and don't get bracked. It's not undead. We could go like invis. Could try to make it run away. That's kind of funny, haha. Could go for the mute. And bard stuff. We've got damage up already. Let's go defend. Well, its physical attack is pretty weak. We'll throw the magic damage up. Goes for quad X. Fails. That's just us. I don't know how we didn't die to that, to be honest. So, I think something has changed in Renaissance from how the power word spells used to work. I'm pretty sure originally they had 100% accuracy if you were less than 300 HP currently, not your max, your current HP, and you did not have the resistance to the element. So there was blind, stun, and death. Blind and stun, I believe, were status element, and death is, of course, death element for quad X, power word kill. Penelo was at less than 300 current HP with no death protection. We have no pro rings yet. And she did not die. I think she should have. And I think I have tried using the power words in my characters in Renaissance, and they have seemingly not worked either. So I'm assuming Renaissance still has some sort of magic resistance check. I don't think that's how it worked in Final Fantasy 1, and certainly not in the randomizer. So it's interesting. Anyway, we hit him with silence. Ha ha ha. It doesn't. We win. It's GG, buddy. I didn't expect one shot. I didn't expect that to work first try, but hey, it worked. It worked. He be silenced, so the eye is dead, and he doesn't have that many HP anyway. So. Yeah, like I said, I didn't expect that part to be the problem in Ice Cave. In a solo run, sure, sometimes the eye can be a danger, but in a group run, I don't know, he might brack someone, he might quad X someone, but hey, where'd my save point go? I thought those were supposed to be there until you reloaded the, like, until you, like, went a hard reset. Maybe I'm misreading how those work. Let me read that again, because I thought the limit was 1 per floor, but they persisted until you did a hard reset. Creates a protective field, blah blah blah. It says 1 use per dungeon floor. Excluding rooms or zone tiles. I still don't know what a zone tile is. Maybe like a trap tile? Or maybe like the stairs? But then why didn't they say stairs? Weird. I'm sure it makes perfect sense to the guy who wrote it, but to me that's still kind of a mystery. So we cannot... Yeah, only 1... And it kind of says only 1 circle placed on each dungeon floor. I didn't think it would delete the last one, right? Okay, science. This, yeah, it seems to delete them. Yeah, okay, it just deletes them when you go through stairs, I guess. You can put them on stairs, though, so that's not... Whatever it meant by... Someone's gonna be yelling at me in the comments. 1 use per dungeon floor, excluding rooms or zone tiles. What is a zone tile? Like, I understand rooms. That's fine. You can't put it in here. A zone tile? My brain's cooking. I'm trying. I don't know what a zone tile is. It can't be outdoors because guess what? You can just use your tent anywhere. Anyway, we got the victory music. I'm happy. We got Ice Cave. Yeah. I will definitely say that if you're doing a New Game Plus run with a Green Wizard, once you've got access to Warding Circle, dungeons definitely get a lot easier. So that feels nice. I wanted to unequip the auto harp because it's really annoying on the overworld when you're just trying to run from stuff. Or anywhere where you're just running from stuff. It's only really good when you're planning on taking fights. Otherwise, it just wastes my time. And then, therefore, waste your time, future tubers. Then again, some of you will be like, Blue, play slower. Talk less. Just let me listen to the in-game music. Never play OC Remix. It's illegal. Honestly, most people are pretty fond of the overclock remixes, but I do get... Just talking about comments, you know, all the bad commenters. I do get some comments like, "Oh, I hate this music. This game would have been way better if Blue just didn't put his own music on top of it." Sometimes I'll play a game that literally has no music, and I'll play some of my own music, and it's like, "Oh, this would be better with no." It's just like what do you want? No talking, no music, just silence. I mean, everyone's got their own preference. That's fine. It's just it makes me laugh. I'm like, man, that's so foreign to me. We want to just watch quietly. Don't talk. Don't play music. No sound effects. This is an ASMR channel. I want to hear the click clack on your controller. We're gonna buy this bottle. Goodbye money. I will go pick up the good money, which is in the it's in the forest one. There's decent money here, but the plain and swamp islands honestly aren't really worth it. And when I say decent, like, it's not a ton, but this is like one protect ring, basically. So, you're welcome, protect ring lovers. That's for you. And I did it before I accidentally went to Gaia, so congrats. I only flew by it once or twice. So, yeah, there's lots of magic, and we do have access to level 7 spells. And there's also weapons, because Catclaw is a stagger. But first, let's clean up some inventory. Okay, the ice shield was not quite as good as I thought. I think it's 10,000 to buy, technically, but you know, it's kind of silly. Ice armor. Hey, that's worth good cash. Worth it. This does give me access to a crit scarf, which is probably worth considering on the dancer, not so much on the bard though. Although the tiny absorb and evade bonus does technically apply. Let's see how much money we have to play with before we spend it all, basically. I don't think we're going to need to hold on to the Gladius. These are going to get upgraded shortly. Flame Sword, goodbye. Frozen Axe, goodbye. I'll keep the Heal Staff. I think it's time to get rid of the attacking weak harps just to make sure we've got inventory space for the big lootening. I will definitely keep Auto and Dream Harps because they have some interesting effects. And then I'll keep like one good harp on top of it. This is 825 2.5. I mean, if you don't like criticals, I guess it's better. Criticals are less important on a bard because your attacks ignore defense anyway, and that's one of the main values of crits, but it just doesn't really matter. I'm not going to spend any money on it, I don't think. Let's go get our Oxyale figured out. We've also got some stances. Oh, right. This party needs a lot of money. I forgot about that. It's okay. The last two dances are mostly worthless. Don't worry about it. We'll get them, but it doesn't matter. If you would get out of my way, though, we have many bard songs to learn to kind of ruin our auto harp now. But we can pick up... Did I miss one? I think I forgot to pick up the level 5 dance at Crescent after we killed the vampire. I talked to the dancer, then I came back and I forgot. So I've been going a little bit, you know, I skipped one. It's a decent one. Maybe, yeah, okay, I should have got that. Should have got that earlier, my bad. We'll get it today. What is this guy? I have nothing interesting to say. Ooh. We will need to speak Lefenish to get all the songs. Let's get this. Song of Celebration. Celebrate good times. Try to remember to talk to everybody while we're here, because I'm definitely going to not remember later. That means I have to go talk to all the dragons, too? Wait. I think I did not get enough song progression in here. Weird. We will eventually have access to all this stuff. Fade, of course, very fun. Hey, did you know it technically does Holy Elemental and not Non-Elemental? That's how little I know about changes in Renaissance at high-level White Wizards. I didn't read that last time. I think Fade was just Non-Elemental normally. So that should mean it actually is super effective against a couple enemies. Oh, wow. That's actually kind of a nice change, I think. As long as nothing resists it, then stuff like Lich 2 will take more damage from Fade than normal. Because normally it would have just been a base 160 non-elemental. But now it's effective, so it's like base 240, kind of 50% boost, basically. That's a nice touch. But of course, Chaos gets resistance to Holy, so that actually makes it worse, because now it does half damage to Chaos, whereas Fade normally wouldn't do half damage to Chaos. So, I guess you win some, you lose some. Do I buy a Cat Claw here? Let me look at the Dancer Daggers. Am I going to get a free one? Because it's pretty expensive. I've searched these all out before, right? So it's fine. There's only one more dagger for free. It's the Ancient Dagger. And it is probably better than a Cat Claw. Yeah, but there's only one of those. And then the Ice Pick we can upgrade later as well, but it's not that big a deal. Okay. I can save my money for now. So in priority will be bracelets, protect rings. We've got enough money for 4 protect rings, but nothing else, I guess, for now. Sure. I think instant death protection is just obviously the right way to play. I could get this. Oh, I bought the wrong one. I'm so dumb. Well, alright. Slight mistake. Bought a gold bracelet instead of a pro ring. We will get a free opal bracelet pretty soon. Yeah, I got just enough to buy one more, so I'm only out by 1. Maybe I should... Don't forget to equip stuff. I actually think I'd rather have more defense on the people that are, you know, in the front sort of row. 33 is better than 24, I guess. Whatever. If the bard dies, who really cares? We've got a white mage to keep them alive, eventually. Okay. So that's that. I got a lot of stuff to remember. In terms of spell selection, Cure 4 obviously very good. Bubble actually surprisingly decent too. Actually does heal you. So I guess when I say the green mage has no direct heal, that's not exactly true. Because you can, depending on your HP, you can basically give them a 50% heal. Which isn't bad. Like, if we're at 300, this would heal 150, and then add 100 and whatever, 150 something to your max. So that's a strong heal. It's no Cure 4, but, you know. Right, so, things that I have forgotten. It's hard to be a YouTuber, I promise. Remembering everything is not so easy. I think I talked to everybody here, I just didn't do the dancer. So we could have got this before Ice Cave, if we wanted. It would Would I have used this during any of my fights? Doubtful. Also doesn't work on monks for some reason I don't understand. It does buff up the bard. And it should stack. So you can keep using the dance as much as your bravery allows. And maybe the bard would eventually do enough damage, especially like with the crit part, that suddenly the AoE damage is pretty good. We maybe should test that. I still think it'll take too long to set up, but maybe with another dance that we're going to get shortly. I guess we better go talk to all these dragons. I was not going to go to all the dragons' isles, but I think each isle has one song or one part of a song. So, you know, we also need to talk to some robots. There's a lot of things we need to talk to get all the friggin' bard music. Worst part of the bard, you have to go every single place in the map. And, like, talk twice just in case. Because sometimes they don't give it up. Like, that's not a good sign. I mean, you could follow a guide. I do have a tab open that has it, technically. We can also get, like, fake promoted here. Have I done this before? On New Game Plus, I guess normally you'd never come down here, because why? But, hey, we have a rat's tail. Thanks. I'm pretty sure it doesn't do anything. But, sure. There we go. Song of Ruthlessness. I am skipping all the dialogue. You pause or play along yourself if you want to read it all. I'm not here to read Final Fantasy 1 fan content, OC. It's not bad, but it's not what I want to do right now. Still no songs, okay. Gotta do the swamp and the forest again, because I forgot when I was here. There's a dragon in this one, yeah. There we go. Celebrate. Okay. Progress. Don't forget the swamp. Don't forget the swamp. I wonder if I need to talk to the old man that... No, he gets deleted. It can't be the guy that guards ordeals. I wonder in my D&D campaign if ordeals should have a sphinx in it or something. Sphinxes love trials and stuff. Yeah, none of these dragons want to help me. Okay, hopefully that's all the Dragon Isle dragons. Also, hopefully my bard doesn't glitch out on the next one. Yeah, that fourth one doesn't look very good, does it? Okay, so first off, I need to buy some tents, actually, but... I did save, right? Yeah. Just like, I don't want to... It's faster to reset than to go through the menu and use a pure potion. That's how lazy I'm getting. Maybe I've always been lazy like that in this game. Once I got a reset button on my gamepad, the randomizers and the emulators always play like that. I don't have enough money to buy anything. What am I talking about? I can buy some tents, but not from here. Okay, talk to people. Talk to people. Dancer. Are you a dancer? No, there's a special dancer that looks like Sarilon. But she needs an ancient knife, which we will have to get. Okay. That's a good one. I think this is the haste dance, actually. So we definitely want to get that one. Ruthlessness. Nothing. Well, maybe nothing. I think it's kind of annoying. You have to talk to everyone twice just in case. And mitigation. That's the magic defense one. Pretty good. Ruthlessness, again, almost done. A cope. The original cope. Oh, I think the mermaids will have some songs too. I guess we have the Oxio. I normally... Nah. Should I do Waterfall first? I still should do Waterfall first. It's way shorter. Well, actually, is it? When you can exit out and you're already here... I'm not planning on killing the Kraken yet. Here we go again. Right. be glad that I have the Zeus's Glove and Mana Payon to go first if we're lucky. So this is going to do pretty solid damage for New Game Plus. So that's going to save us a lot of time on these annoying fights. Yeah, okay. I suppose picking up the Mage Staff will be nice as well. That's something that Leo can use on these random encounters. That not great underwater, but gives me something to do. There is a bit more money and a scarf. This is a better hit rate scarf. You know, I normally go crit, but for now, this means if I hadn't sold the Gladius, we could get another swing there right now. It's fine. We'll get it in a couple levels. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Cool. That's good times. Yeah. Please, give me that peon again. Maybe I need to do some healing, honestly. I kind of thought I would just zoom through here and run away again, like I have been. I think our group is pretty good at running from encounters, but I've gotten 2 unrunnables in a row, so it's my luck. All right, let me polka and throw a regen on and kill the little guys and throw some regen on. As far as I know, regen spells do not stack with each other, but Angel Song stacked with regen. So we should have like 25% regen or something like that. And Angel Song should stack with itself if you use it on it at least. Now, I will say we're taking a lot of damage here. We could maybe do to heal a little bit, maybe? Yeah. That should basically nerf their damage, though, yeah. I mean, there's always a... Like, this group is one of the best groups we've ever had at... what would you call it? Sustainable healing. Because we can polka enemies into the ground so they don't do any damage. We can also put regen on pretty much for free. Although, we could, like... The spell slots on the green mage are pretty efficient anyway. But, oops, that's not... I can never get the inputs right on that bard. I really should be using that warding circle. I forgot to put one down in the middle. Get wrecked, Gatto. Sheesh. We barely even entered this dungeon and we're getting absolutely destroyed. Alright, support team. That's how it's gonna be, huh? Okay, hold on. Use your brain. I'm gonna put a save point here, because I didn't use it earlier. I don't have a lot of tents. Kind of issue. And then that way I can put one not right by the entrance, but like halfway through this floor. Because of this. I don't even want to bother with those. And we can always exit out. So it's just a matter of getting somewhere central. I think I'm still going to pick up the opal armor. So if I put a save point here, that's pretty central for... Because it's a long run up to the opal. And, you know, we could get ghosted. Or we just get a bunch of nice Gersharks that let me run away from them. But that's worth loads of cash. Went the wrong way. Good job. One with a preemptive is nice. We can save again. We pick up the light axe, which does have some value. Yeah, on this group, maybe useful. I don't know. You always get it so late that it doesn't really help much. Too far away from my save point to go back for this. I hate it, though. Hate it. Alright. am I trying to do? Magic damage. I should have put Auto Harp on again, I guess, but... Everyone hates this fight, right? Like, the Water Shrine is always like, ghosts are the worst. But this Arsa Hog fight, the fact that it's unrunnable is just so dumb. Why? Why, developers? I think I do know why, sort of, although I couldn't really explain it very well. There's some concept of A and B side for encounters. I don't know how it works. That's just what the randomizer community talks about it as. And I believe if one of the A and B side encounters is unrunnable, which would be the pirate battle in Provoca, then the other one that's connected somehow magically is also unrunnable, which would be the Arsahog Wiz-Sahog fights. But I don't know why. I'm assuming it's just like a coding, like a memory limitation thing in NES rules to some degree. But I can't really explain it. I haven't looked into it too much. And it could just be gobbledygook. Besides, that shouldn't matter in Renaissance. You shouldn't need to keep those kind of weird, possibly bugs anyway. You could get rid of them. Okay, I'm gonna say the mage staff is always better than the light axe if you're trying to do damage. And then the light axe is only good against undead. Basically, every undead is weak to fire. I think that is true. Is there any undead that's not in this game? Can't think of much. Anyway, we take our free opal bracelets. I love how, just like in the NES, when you're playing on not 60 FPS, you're playing like, if you're recording it on 30 or something, the flicker turns invisible. I'm so glad that somehow they kept that for some reason. I don't know why. It's not necessary. We're gonna need to talk to all these mermaids, though. They're very happy mermaids. Enjoy the extra dialogue if you're reading very quickly. Sometimes I'm clicking real fast. You gotta read fast. But I mean, it's a video. You can pause, right? You guys have the power of time travel. There's that ancient knife. That'll get us another dance. We're very handsome. Something, something, something. Get paid. Legendary something. Get paid. You are going to become bubbles. It's really brutal on the randomizer when you literally delete them when you talk to them. Should get a bubble effect animation. Does anyone ever come back and talk to the mermaids after you kill the Kraken? In the NES, I think they might update their dialogue a little bit, but NES games aren't really known for being great at that. It's all memory, right? And dialogue is still... As much as it's just text, it's like, you know, probably barely a few... Well, it might be a few bytes, but barely, I don't know, 100 bytes of text or something. Not very much. Even though it's not very much actual memory by modern standards. You know, back in the day, gotta save every byte you can, almost. Not really, but close. Okay, let's get out of here. So that was, fine. We can learn our dance now. There we go, that's the good one. So if you haven't seen this guy, it's haste for the whole group, AoE haste, and you can get ×3 attacks rather than ×2. So if you get to 200% bravery, which isn't too hard as our level goes up, suddenly everybody gets ×3 hits, which, yeah, that's pretty sweet. So Dancer, really great class. Probably want to equip that. So it's our new highest damage weapon, and that we can equip. And I think, unless we know we're fighting a mage, we go Ice Pick. And we might start thinking about buying that Cat Claw to do max damage, basically. And that's our final set, outside of getting the Massa. Okay. I have some money. I could buy a spell if there's something really good here. Does anyone use fatigue here? I still haven't had a green mage in a party where this matters. If you had a dragoon, this means you could just keep jumping all the time. If you had an evoker, you could summon every turn, like free call every turn. That's not very good. There's definitely some classes that have really good abilities with fatigue. And being able to remove it as a spell is pretty cool. Decoy is really good for tanking. We probably want that on the green wizard. Because you can ruse up and then use decoy so you don't have to ruse the rest of the party. Heal 3, maybe not very good when you've got regen. And then anti-rub, of course, pretty solid. I hate that they split up the level 7 magic into 2 shops. Like, unless you're looking at a guide beside you, it's so easy to forget which spells there are. I mean, I've played Final Fantasy a million times. I know the vanilla ones, but when you can only pick 3 out of 4, and they split the group up in half, I'm just gonna go sell my weapons. It's also annoying there's no weapon shop. When they split those shops up, freaking saber-toothed tigers, man, get out of here. I had a saber-toothed tiger attack my D&D party in Rime of the Frost Maiden. They is a chump. My group's level 4 and they nearly one-shot him. Friggin', what did they do? It was the level 2 wizard spell, 3 firebolts, Scorching Ray. Except they crit. So the first one did double damage. They nuked him, the poor little kitty cat. Doesn't do anywhere near the damage the Final Fantasy 1 saber-toothed tiger does. Not even close. Okay. I don't know. Actually, we can probably equip the mage staff. But let me look at it. It's technically worse than the whatever. You can't even equip it? You're a mage? You're a green mage? Anyway, I did pick up all this opal armor. Did I... Oh, that's the old linen. I could have dropped that, too. It's not worth that much money. The old scarf. Opal shields. Silver bracelet. Opal armor. Okay. So, now I can see how much money I actually have, because I sold all the opal gear. We have 3 protect rings. We need 1 more, and we need 1 more gold bracelet. So we need 70,000 gold just for armor to get maxed out. Still a ways away from being able to afford a cat claw. That's okay. Don't forget to learn your language. How are we doing on time? We're doing okay on time. So that's like all the dances you need. The level 7 and 8 dances are neat, but certainly not mandatory. These guys are really good. I mean, Paltry Polka is the best. Swords Dance is okay. Hey Samba is great. If you're gonna attack anything. And then the other ones are kind of situational. I think Quick Step's pretty weak, but yeah, okay. Good. I'm trying to get level 6, 7, and eventually 8. I think I can just look some of them up, but we should be able to get them all now, because they can go anywhere. But some of them are in Mirage. Oh, Lefane we'll go to Lefane, of course. There's some people to talk to there. I gotta buy those tents. Sure, we'll take some fights. You know, I didn't even go to an inn. How come Leo's not healed up? How did I dodge all these inns today? It's fine, don't worry about it. We can build them stronger. Zombles, weak to harm. Therefore, we can peon our way through it. So that means they're weak to holy, so Fade actually might be... Yeah, you know, maybe we want to get Aiko up to whatever level lets you use harm. And then... Oh, the Mage Staff actually would be very good here, too. Whatever, like, level 8 spells, basically. Fade spell. And then suddenly, I don't know where we would grind, but some of these enemies would take a tremendous amount of damage. And with the Peon spell, we've got Mage Staff. That's at least 2 pretty good sweepers. Let's just use that house. And a way to buff them with magic damage. That's pretty solid for grinding, if I can figure out a way to use it. Okay, shouldn't be anything to fight in here. But we can talk to people, bring out the bard, look for songs. There's got to be at least one. Maybe don't click too fast in case that's what glitches it out. I don't know. There, this is a funny one. I remember this one. I'm actually not Lefanish. I just keep pretending so I can get close to a girl and, uh-oh, someone's looking. Lupa. Yeah. That might be my favorite one. I did read them all on my own, I promise. They are pretty decent. There's that dancer over there. That's Zerilon, the evil. I don't want to fight her with this group. I'm probably gonna die. You thought Gilgamesh was bad with the other group. Man. New game plus Zerilon? Not excited for that. Yeah, we can't do that yet anyway, but we will of course have access to life too, which is great, and safety, which is... I'm not sold on this one. It's like Death Ward in D&D terms. Yeah, I mean, it's nice because you don't actually die, but that's a level 8 spell. Like, that's an expensive slot. We could fight some giants, sure. Actually, yeah, we got Mage Staff, we got Zeus's Love. I guess we're at that point where we should just be using casting items because our regular damage is so bad most of the time. But it's not bad, like 100-ish. Like, the mana's Payon does actually help here, which is cool. And then the Polka debuffs them, and we can make our dancer a bit stronger or something. Kind of just pick whichever songs you think help the most. I still don't know the formula on the songs that add your luck. I don't expect it's like a huge amount, but it's something. Yeah, this is the trouble. This is why I didn't want to do grinding on camera. And this is with slightly faster grinding even. So I'm going to run from a lot of these, I think. Maybe if it's the Zombols, because they're weak to fire. Definitely not Ankylos, though. Please, no. Please, sir, no. But you may have noticed I didn't actually unlock any songs. So where do we need to go? The worst part will be if it's at a town we've already been to, but there's like an unlock where you have to do a quest before you can learn it or something. That's like, that will be the worst. But I did come here for 2 reasons. We need 1 protect ring and 1 bracelet. And maybe the silk armor? So that's the full set of bracelets and rings. That's kind of our max armor for most of the game until we get the protect cloaks. The scarf... I mean, we're never going to attack with the bard, so do we just equip the scarf for the passive better armor bonus, I guess? It is definitely better. I mean, I don't know if that's going to make a huge difference, but, you know, sure. Look at that, 34 absorb. That's 2 more than the White Wizard. Deal. And then finally for Dancer, it's 96, 128 for hits. We're a fair ways off of the next hit. So I think I just sell the satin one. And I'd rather she does crits. Yeah, it's better armor, and that helps her. She's up at the front of the row, too, so the evade is really nice. Yeah, and we're pretty close to our 4th attack there. So, unless our level gets really high or our weapons get way better, we're not going to get another attack for a while. At least a little while. Okay, so that's covered. We do have enough money for, like, 1 level 7 spell. everything here is pretty good. Wait. There must be a shared spell. Oh, they can both learn... Okay, hold on. I just need to look this up. Like I was saying, it's really frustrating when you don't know what spells are at the other level, at the other store, and you can't delete them if you pick wrong, basically. So, let me just switch to green magic spell selection for level 7 in my little side view here. One second here. Sorry. Blue magic, summons. Once more, thank you, Sir System Error, for making these guides. Definitely makes this a little bit better. Alright, here we are. Level 7. Anti-rub, alert, decoy, bubble. Right, so both casters can learn A-rub. I feel like alert might be useless. And decoy has a value, but bubble's pretty cool. So, let me double check. Is there anyone that gets fatigued? That's a no. That's no. That's no. That's no. Nope. 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 We have no one that gets fatigued by anything. So we don't need alerts. So that means the green wizard will get anti-rub, decoy, and bubble. And that means our white wizard can go... We could skip A-rub, I guess. Get Cure 4, Harm 4, and Heal 3? I think we're going to get both of these no matter what, right? I've been putting Harm... Well, I kind of... Sometimes I usually go Cure on the first slot because it's easier to heal from the menu. But I didn't stay consistent this time around. Honestly, Cure 4 is just a really good spell. Full heal is always solid. If you're in a rush, if it's an emergency, that's the spell you want. How are we doing? 52 minutes? Not bad. Where do we go? We didn't do the waterfall yet. I want to get the waterfall today, I think. Yeah. I want... Okay, let's do the waterfall. The robot in here might have a song for us. And I'm pretty sure there's a robot, like, in the first floor of Mirage Tower. Tense. That also we can talk to. I'm trying to think of all the places we missed. There's not very many left, basically, for songs. Maybe the bats? That'll be the final song, if anything. The 5 Sky Warriors that got turned into bats. But I believe you need all the orbs lit to talk to them. I think. It's not the fact that we can speak Lefenish, right? Also, maybe not, because you could eat them with a Dark Knight. Yeah, it's all the orbs lit, specifically. That's what makes sense. Even though they probably speak Lefenish, too. Okay, Waterfall. A little bit scattered. I don't want to fight saber-toothed tigers. You're letting me down. I picked one in my game. My party was even split in half, so it should have been even more. Right, that's the dumb you can't run from it group that looks just like a group you can run from. This is some trolls trying to troll me. We know how that goes. I'm going to save on the water because there's a lot of dumb encounters in the river. Like that one. They're just dumb for us because we can't win. Alright, Waterfall. So because we exit out, we put a save halfway through, maybe? It's not like we need it or anything, but I don't know where half is. Maybe like one more encounter after this. Somewhere around here is probably halfway. So put a save down, use it, and then if we get a bad encounter before we get to the treasure room, we're fine. This dungeon's barely a dungeon. It's so short. That was not halfway, I don't think. That was 2/3. But yeah, it's not long enough for this to really matter. Generally, please let me go. Excuse me. It will make the solo. If I ever do a solo green mage run, well, Depends if I do solo green wizard or not. Do we want to fight this at all? Really not. It is a lot of XP. I could definitely take the XP, that's for sure. And you know, the wizard mummies are going to hit hard though. We'll see. May regret my life choices. This should hopefully kill the cockatrice quickly. It did not. Okay, but this will definitely kill the cockatrice. We got like the worst turn order with the bard going last. Just classic. Polka, more magic. Maybe this is like the last fight we're gonna have. We don't need to worry about healing too much. Let's throw in some armor though. Try. Okay, the polka hit. We should be fine now. Ah. Bad news. If your bard is interrupted, they lose any of their active songs. That might be the first time I've had that happen. Because, you know, usually I don't use bards. Alright. Another reason for an anti-status to spell for the green wizard, because at least it would help. The limit works, but I don't think there's any way to, other than a ribbon, like there's no way to prevent stuff like that. Just kind of annoying. And then, I can't even, because you only get so many, I think the bard, trying to be fair, I think the bard should get more songs per battle as you level up. Normally it's one song per battle, and then hide restores 1. Or, once promoted, 2 songs per battle, or hide restores 2. I kind of think it should scale more like levels 1 to 9 you get 1, and then levels 10 to 19 you get 2, and then 20 to 29 you get 3, or something like that. I don't even think that would be too overpowered, really. I really don't. It's really frustrating. As you get more songs, it becomes even harder to juggle them, because it takes more and more actions and more time hiding. I mean, I'm glad they persist, but remember, they break if you use a weapon attack, or an item, or a potion, or you get put to sleep, or paralyzed. Like, there's a lot of ways to lose your combo. And having a larger pool would mean recovering from that would be a lot easier. I'm just going to put the ribbon on the top slots. No, that's dumb. We're going to put it on the white mage. It's the only thing that really makes sense. Don't suppose you have any music. Nice. I will now self-destruct. Dexterous Etude. So we've got the 7th one. Crit percent plus 15. Maybe? I don't think it's crazy good, but crit is good, but yeah. We also have access to the defense sword, which definitely goes on the dancer on the top slot. The green wizard has ruse, and honestly the white wizard should too. I kind of messed that up, I realize in retrospect. We got some more junk to sell. The water glove is worthless. It's literally worthless. It's 1 gold. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay. Also, fun fact, easily not notable, the Cure 4 spell, not only does it heal you to max HP, it restores all statuses, except stone, unless you're playing the randomizer. I think the randomizer affects stone as well, but, or at least there's a flag to do that. But it will remove blind, paralyze. It's the only thing that removes paralyze, interestingly enough. So it's good for that if you're really annoyed by someone being stunned. Okay, we are almost an hour in. I did get 1 more song, but I'm definitely missing something for mitigation, and I would like that one. And I think I know where Celebration is. We can probably steal that right now with a little bit of pokey pokey. I'm kind of want to do the dungeons in order now, like to go to Volcano and work our way up. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. We not be doing that. But on the other hand, going in here and picking up like Thor's hammer would be pretty sweet. But I believe this robot at the back here, not these robots. These are bad bots. Bad robot. What was the there was a TV station back when I had cable that always, it's like a production company that always said bad robot. It's on a bunch of comedy shows, I think. It's been a while. I forget. Hey, robot. Oh, I missed his joke. So that's Victory March, which is good if we're going to grind for levels, in theory. Again, we're diluting that auto harp further and further, so it's less and less reliable as time goes on, I guess. But that should have been the last song normally. So that means I missed, well, 2 technically, but 1 is glitched. Where is the mitigation one? I can figure this out. Bard. Where are you? Bard. Not Geomancy. No one likes Geomancy. Here's the Bard. Okay, I'm looking for Magic Carol. Okay, we're just gonna do this as though we're starting from scratch. So, Melmint. Woman near Black Magic Shop. This woman. You? Okay, we already have that one. We're only missing 1. So we've done Melmond. Sarda Cave Sarda. Okay, we probably didn't get that one. Because we talked to Sarda to get... The Sarda wouldn't even teach us the green magic one. To give us the warding circle. I mean, I guess you just have to talk to Sarda with everybody. It's great. I love it. I don't love the side quest for the Bard. Like, it's not the worst, but yeah. It's not my favorite. Cool. So that should be all the dances, or all the songs. Cool. I do think Magic Carol will have a time and place. Not very often, but against enemies with stun touch, this is a way to not get paralyzed. And actually, now that we have theoretically over 50 magic defense, as long as we use that spell or that song, we should be immune to status affliction attacks, I think. Should be 100 minus magic defense. So that is good to pick up. While we're trying to get songs, let me just double check if it shouldn't work now. I think something's gone wrong, but the 4th one, the one that I don't even really want, and honestly skipping is probably for the benefit, is Hero's Rhyme. It's mostly an Elfland one. Elfland and Dwarf. So we start in Elfland. It's northwest of Might Magic Shop, which means probably this guy. So I think this is the one that glitched me out, actually. I kind of remember. The text screen was maybe too fast, but I kind of remember talking to him and being like, hey, that didn't trigger. Like, what happened? But he's supposed to be one of them, I think. Next one. Elf Castle Aid. Okay. Northeast of entrance? I mean, the Aid is this guy. Pretty sure we got that one. It also says northeast of maybe this guy? I don't know. The trouble is, if I triggered it already, whatever variable keeps track of it thinks I've already talked to all these people. So it won't reset. Dun dun dun. So this one should have only needed 1, 2, 3, 4 talks. 2 elves and 2 dwarves. So I'm pretty confident we should have gotten it. But glitches. Glitch is gonna glitch. Okay, it's easier to read these when they're not walking around. Dwarves. South of stairs and northwest of stairs. Southwest of entrance. Dwarf cave. South of stairs. Northwest of... Okay, maybe there's 3 in here. Anyway, we'll talk to them again. Try to get them all. Not you. We do have a floater, but you can't have it. That's the Hooray Dwarf. That's very special. Okay, I'm pretty confident the 3 we talked to somewhere around middle, not the Hooray Dwarf, would have normally taught me the music. But something's bugged, I guess. And that's okay. If one song bugs, and it's this one, I don't mind. It's garbage. It's definitely the worst song, right? There's no doubt. So I think that wraps up our music, and then we just need a ton of money for the songs, which are going to come after some more spells. We could get Fog 2, which I will pick up eventually, but I want to get probably some level 7 spells, and honestly, just saving up for Fade would make a lot of random encounters so much easier, having a reliable damage-dealing spell. Right, so Volcano, Sea, Sky. I might try to do a little bit more grinding off camera. I'm not sure what I would fight. I mean, the trap tile in the Waterfall is not terrible. It's mostly undead, which is good for harm and fire and stuff. Maybe that place is okay. Put a warding circle right beside the trap tile in there. Anything else? There's the trap tile in here that's sharks. Gersharks? It's not as good because they're resistant to fire. We don't have a lot of lightning damage. We have 1 Zeus's glove, but they have a lot of HP. If we want to go through... That's the only trap tile. Oh, there's a water elemental trap tile. That's worse. We don't want water trap tiles. In Sky or Mirage, there's the blue dragon. Probably not a good grind spot. I think that's the only trap tile in here, right? It's just random encounters. So yeah, random encounters. Trap tiles tend to be better. Obviously, the Agama is okay. Eye is a little annoying. It's kind of all we've got access to. I might try the Waterfall one. I haven't really ever grinded there because it's kind of an annoying location. It's a long way away. But being able to put that warding circle to save right beside it kind of interests me. If I could get enough money to, like, buy a cat claw... Oh, I can sell some stuff. Hold on. Extra episode. Extra content. Someone's been yelling at me while I've been flying around, being like, Blue, sell your junk. You picked up a bunch of garbage. Get rid of it. How much money do we get here? Is there any reason to hold on to the Mage Masher? Nah, I don't think so. Coral Greatsword, no. Wizard Staff? Backup Light Axe? I don't think we need 2. This is worth a lot of money. Confuse is something we have 0 access to, but it's also status effect. The way I understand it is at earlier versions of Renaissance, your character's intelligence did used to boost item magic, in which case these kinds of things like Wizard Staff for Confuse and the Bane Sword for Poison Kill, those were much more effective in early Renaissance versions you may have played long ago. But nowadays, your intelligence doesn't boost the accuracy of these or buff them. So they're just kind of like their vanilla hit rate, which is okay, but not crazy. We don't have a lot of damage, so this is a good, like... We don't have a lot of, like, status afflictions we can apply anyway. You could use this against Carry, because we kind of sequence broke a bit, sort of. But I don't think Carry's going to be that hard to deal with, so I'm just going to sell it. It's a lot of money. Is there any armor that we need to get rid of? No. No. Okay. So, yeah. That's how much we've got. 72 grand. I could buy 1 more spell. I could buy a cat claw. That might up us close enough to another attack. No, I think we'll just take this and try to fight some whiz mummies. I'll buy some heal potions. I'll buy some more tents. That's what we'll spend our money on. Buy a whole bunch of potions and tents. Then I can warding circle to my little heart's content. And we'll get lots of money. Wizard mummies also drop tons of cash. So this is kind of a double whammy. My goal is I don't want to level up too crazy, because I want to show off how this party works. But I think for next episode, I would like to have access to the Fade spell at least, and enough money to buy some of our spell selection, and start chipping towards that 300,000 we need for the Rhythm Assist. Because I don't want to do that on camera. And honestly, this is usually the point in the game where we take a break, and next episode we beat the game. So if we don't get the money soon, I'm never gonna get it. But I think I can do a little grinding between episodes. That's okay. I don't think you guys will kill me. I've done my due diligence. I've searched the world. I've done all the little baby quests. Now I get some money, and maybe you want to see like one round. It's already an hour and 10 minutes. Oh, blasphemy. We've gone over time. How dare you give an extra long video? I'm sure you guys will manage. Well, to be fair, the people who don't want to watch an extra long video, they're long gone by now. So, the people who are still here are into it, right? Or they fell asleep. Leave a comment if you just woke up when I called you out on sleeping. Do some tent healing. So I don't want to use my warding circle halfway through this time. You could also make an argument that we could save the grind until we pick up all our ribbons, the white shirt, the black shirt. Like, we could do a looting run very easily right now. I used to do that when I played vanilla. Hey, look! See? Sometimes the warding circle stays. That means I can't. Okay, science. Hard reset. Back to the original tent. See, sometimes those deleted, but not always. That's why I was so confused in the ice cave when it just disappeared. Because I remember them staying like that. What a weird game. But yeah, in my old days, yeah, it didn't get. Well, that kind of ruins my plan. I guess it's not a big deal. This is still closer to where I want to grind than normal, but it kind of reduces the safety. You know, I don't think we're gonna get wiped, but I was planning, you know, seemed like a good idea, right? Save right in front of the trap tile, and then I could just reset if I die or something, and then you can fight here pretty safely. But of course, things gotta ruin my fun. I'll probably want to be auto harp. Ooh, but double XP. Maybe we go magic damage. I have to read. So there's some different XP boosting things. Sometimes you need it active when you get the kill. I think that's what Bahamut says. Maybe Victory Marches similarly. So like, we don't have Victory March on, which means we didn't get double XP for that mummy, theoretically. Of course, someone immediately got stoned through a ribbon? I know there's a tiny chance in vanilla, but I thought they would have patched that out. I don't suppose Cure 4 recovers stone in this game, does it? See, if you had a save right beside... no, it didn't work, of course not. That should be updated too. So this means if I win this fight, we actually break our XP balance, which is really annoying. It's not like a huge issue, but it annoys me. I know lots of people in the comments. I've seen a lot of people comment that they always reset when someone dies or is stoned because they want to keep their XP the same. It's kind of a personal challenge. You can just run away from some fights, but yeah, this is why I wanted to save right there. Also, that was 100% through a ribbon, right? I'm not crazy. Oh no, I gave it to the white mage. Right. Okay, fair. I did move that down. But we took so much damage anyway, like, oh, the save is too far away. I'm really annoyed. Okay, well, I'm going to end the episode here. Maybe if I completely close the game and restart it, I can make a new warding circle. I might need to leave or go to an inn or something. I'll do a little bit of testing on my own time. Because this has completely ruined my plan, and it's really annoying. If I can't move the save station, maybe I'll think of somewhere else I want to try to level up a little bit. But yeah, if we're going to get put stoned and stuff, I need to be able to reset to make this go quicker, basically. Like, we could do random encounters, but that's not what I want. I want to... It's terrible. This fight actually isn't too bad because we have protect rings, in theory. We shouldn't die. Maybe we can just harp them to death. I don't know. 670 damage. That's that ice dagger. Dang. Yeah, don't underestimate dancers. Yeah, funnily enough, you can win this fight. It's actually one of the safer fights now, because these guys don't do very much damage. There you go. Big XP. There you go. Enjoy your level up, team. You got to see one. Those of you who stayed right to the last second. Anyway, I'll try to figure this out on my own. I'll let you know if I figure a way to move these, because it is kind of annoying if it's permanent, but not always permanent, because the ice cave wasn't permanent, so what's the deal? Maybe I need to take the stairs out rather than exit out. I will also test that. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. BlueAnkylo is going to get some experience, and we'll come back. We will clear some dungeons, I think. Hope you've enjoyed. Have a great day.